couple of things to be aware of with that is definitely communication. It's the number one complaint in our industry is lack of communication or poor communication, miscommunication. And then second to that would probably be poor workmanship. So those two components are things that I really try to lock in on with our customers. And so I never want them to feel like there was a lack of communication. So from the very first meeting we have, all the way through the design, through the agreement of the project and into the installation, I want to make sure that all those questions are answered, that I'm available to communicate as well as on site. And then I want to be able to translate that communication to my install crew so they know exactly what's going to happen. One, we don't want to create headaches for the homeowner of the misunderstandings or miscommunications, but also it can be expensive on my end. You know, it costs us money to miscommunicate. And so we want to make sure that we're staying on top of that. We want you to be at ease throughout the entire project and see that we are present and very much engaged. And then the other part's workmanship. So I think the industry has set the bar very low of what's acceptable. So I think a lot of companies are perfectly fine with minimum manufacturer specification. We make sure every project we do is well above and beyond manufacturer spec. I think there's doing it to spec and then there's doing it best. And so we aim for best on every project we do. And that comes down, that's to every day. So that's some of the things we want to point out to our customers as we're going through it, and be able to give them the why of why we're doing it a certain way. Because again, most of our consumers are not experts in construction. So there's certain things, you know, I want to be able to show them what's going on in the kitchen and how it's being made. And then more importantly, give them the why behind it so that they can feel comfortable and understand the performance value of why we're doing things a certain way. And that we are doing it every bit to manufacturer spec and above and beyond. And so that's what you can kind of expect from us from a communication and workmanship standpoint. You know, the other things that would be expected throughout the project might be change orders. And so we try to keep that very, very simple. Sometimes homeowners will want to make design changes that can be very difficult once we're at mid-project. But if it happens early enough, we can typically tweak and make changes. Sometimes we come into construction limitations once we're on the project, you know, of what was there before and how we can work with it. So there are times little tweaks and changes happen on the fly as we're doing the project. And so that's one of those things that we communicate heavily with our consumers to make sure they understand and agree to what changes we'll make. I don't want to just go out of my way and make a decision without communicating that with the customer first. And so it's their home. They deserve to have a say in what we're doing. So we work pretty hard at that. And that's, you know, if I think we do anything really well, it'd be the communication piece as well as making sure the workmanship is best in class.